Alright, well, hi everyone. Um, this is a little bit of a trial that I'm trying to do in making a car, which seems to be quite challenging. Alright, well, hi everyone. And hopefully I'll be able to finish it today, later on. I'm not gonna do it in the stream because I'm trying. This is, trial and error, so I don't want to take time away from that. But I've been going through a few iterations with this, um, and I can share some of my findings with you when I'm comfortable with making this car, or comfortable with making it in a timely fashion, I would say. But pretty much, it's a mirrored object, and I've noticed that I've tried to use blueprints, and there's a site called, I think, theblueprints.com, and those come out all right. The only problem with it is that you need to texture the vehicle, which is the problem, at least for me. So I've ended up grabbing some textures from cgtextures.com, and actually those work out really nice. This is one of them here. Um, so um, I got the side of the car done, and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Uh, there's some minor tweaks, like somewhere around these panels here. Um, but as far as the general shape of the car, this one came together really quick. So I'm still trying to get used to it. It's a little bit more complex modeling that I'm used to doing normally. So we'll see where it goes. Okay, so let me just save this. All right. Um, some of the things I was planning on doing today were trying to get a better feel for this transition between the forest and the shoreline. I'm pretty happy with these textures as far as the sand goes. It's one of the basic engine textures, so I didn't have to do any extra work on that. But I'm trying to figure out something to make this transition a little smoother. So working on that as well, and trying to find something that would look good. Um, as far as this new, um, total illumination, I'm kind of, um, I like it, but at the same time, it's I'm only gonna use it if eventually it will work with interior lighting a little better than it currently does. Um, so we'll see if I end up keeping it. It's it depends on the settings quite a lot. So I haven't messed around with it too much. So we'll see if I end up using it in the long run. All right. So one of the plan I was having for today was this is where one of my streets is. So as you can tell, I deleted some of this. It's pretty much a blank canvas right now. So so I want to build this out. All right, let's get going. One of the things that I want to start with is the road. So on my map, this is a straight road, and let's call it ends up right there. There's another side road that goes off of it, and I just want to pull it out a little bit because it's quite a little bit longer. So I want to create a new one, and this one starts off here, and it goes off like this. And as far as the texture goes, I already have that set up. I've set it up a little while back, and let's see, I believe it was called, I can't remember if it's this one. No, this is the one with it's been a little bit of time since I've worked on this. Let's see. There we go. I actually had it in my own folder, so there's a couple of again, these textures from CG Textures. And I think I'm gonna go with this one because it also has the proper, well, not entirely proper, but a better alpha channel. So if we look at this, come on, hopefully you can tell there's my alpha mask, and so I'm going to use the same thing for this one. The reason I'm using this road is that some of the textures, some of the road textures that come with the engine have edges, so you can easily tell that they don't really match up. With this one, at least, you know, I have some of these concrete cracks in it, and so I'll have an easier time matching these together. You know, I can probably put like one of these top lines, so it would help a lot. One of the ways I'm doing the width of the road is I'm actually trying it out with a vehicle, and a good size. I mean, this Bandit Sola that comes with the engine is I would call it a decent size. So as far as gauging the width, so let's see. I'm gonna make this probably let's try 8. If that's too much, but I think that should be good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at, let's see, maybe make it a little smaller. Try 7, and let's see. The Humvee is hopefully they still have it. I'm not sure if they do. Or maybe they got moved into Entity. Let's see, vehicles, Humvee. Alright, so there's our Humvee. And I mean, those are big cars to begin with, so I think 7 meters will be fine for the width of the road. Quickly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this and leave it in the same place. if you want to make sure it's in the same place, turn on grid. So for this one, I'm going to give it a different material, and it's going to be, let's see, there's one called Stripe, I believe. Let's try this one. There we go. So so you get a you know, your lines on the road, but I don't really like this one because it's, you know, it doesn't have, well, you can add a bump map or a normal map to it, but let me see if there's a better one. And yeah, see, this is what I was telling you about. It's kind of tough to match these in when you have these lines along. But back to my search. Those are some parking lines. I guess for now we're going to go with this. So this is a continuous line, and of course I want to make it probably, that's still too big, probably 0.5 for the width. Now we can go a little less, 0.3, and then always make sure that your tile length is more appropriate to your width, because then you'll get, you know, this kind of stretching going on. So I usually set mine to the same width. This material actually is just a white color, and I'm gonna put it at white as well, maybe do it a little darker, somewhere around there. And I'm gonna duplicate this just because I want to, and see I have quite a few of these. Let's see, maybe I've already played with some of the materials, but I'm probably going to go with this one. And one of the other things you can do in order to make this match a little better with the ground, first of all, you might want to set the sort priority to be 1, so that it's seen above the road. Say if I was to do the road at 2, see, it's going to cover my line, so you don't want that. Okay. So what I was saying about is that I'm going to go and grab the normal map for my concrete road and apply it to my line. And just because, even though, and this is probably going to be a little bit of, I just want to see if there's a difference between, and apparently not so much. I was hoping there will be a difference when you hey, Couple wrote. Hey, if you got any questions while I'm doing this, you know, feel free to ask. I can try and answer them for you. All right, so that's one of the roads. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this and do it on this side. And I forgot to make this width of 7. There we go. Yeah, so as you can see, it already blends in quite well. I can't really tell where the blending line is. So I would say that's pretty good. And oh, not that. It's the tile length. There we go. And I want to do the same thing for this one. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. See, I can tell there's the line right there where they meet. But one of the things you can do about this is I can set this one to be below this one where they meet perpendicular. Just because of the way the alpha goes. I don't have an alpha at this end, but I have an alpha along this line. So if this overlaps, it's going to break this straight line a lot more. So this is already set to 0. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to grab this one, set it to, let's set it to 4. And then I'll do the same thing for this one, set this to 4, because these never meet. So it's a lot easier to do that. Let me just go ahead and delete some of this old vegetation that I had here. Okay. So I'm gonna do for this one. It's gonna be 2. Let's make it 3 right below the white line. And see, it's already above. It's above the other one. And now I really am having a hard time. You can tell if you look. There's like where they don't really meet so well. But for that, what I can do is I'm just gonna position this a little bit, kind of like there. There we go. Maybe bring it in a little bit underneath so it covers that. There we go. That's actually quite good. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so just gonna move this along the road. Okay, so next thing is gonna be I'm gonna add in some sidewalks. So I've made some of these previously, and I'm just gonna drop those in. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with let's see, I'm gonna start with the edge. So for this, I'm going to use the one with slightly damaged one, and bring it in like that. And when I made these assets, I made sure that the pivot points are on the corners, and the width and length of it are in are incremental values. Namely, this is, I believe, 2 by 2 meters, and the next piece I'm going to place in here, let's see, it is, I believe it's 4 by 4. So you can see that they blend in just fine. Now the only thing I need to figure out is if I want this damage to face outwards or inwards. So I'm probably gonna do it outwards like this. I think I like it better that way. There we go. Okay, so now I can just go ahead and keep it at 1. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate these, and also change some of change them around a little bit. It has different kind of damage, or probably some that aren't damaged. One of the things that I forgot to do, and that I need to do quick before I break anything, is these are all placed on the school layer, and I don't want to do that. I want to place them on the layer called Is She Straight? So this is going to be, I'm going to make sure this is selected, and I'm going to select it from here. There we go, like that. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab all of these that unfortunately are still on the school layer. So I'm going to grab these and I'm going to move them on my Is She Street layer. And I'm just going to quickly hide my school layer just to make sure that I don't have anything left, and it looks like this one is still needs to be moved. There we go. Now I have everything that's supposed to be on my Is She Street on my proper layer. So I'm going to quickly unhide it, block this school street so I can't mess it up, and continue on with my sidewalk. I'm not going to go too far out. This is a different street, so I don't want to have to move too many things around later. But this is fine as far as I go. And let's see, this is going to be, let's make this one a non-damaged piece. And I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to grab these three and I'm going to move it along this side. I'm going to quickly create a group just so I can move them around easily. Just like that. There we go. Good. Alright, I'm just gonna switch some of these around because I'm gonna use this corner in other places. I'm debating whether to make a prefab out of it, or I'm still trying to figure that out. Okay, so there's the damage for that corner. Just gonna bring these down a little bit to be on a little bit of a different level, so they're not, one is just kind of give a variety, one is a little higher than the other, and so on. And this I want to rotate on the y-axis. There we go. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm going to use this for my other corner. But before that, I actually need to put the actual sidewalk in. I almost forgot. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'm trying to figure out which piece I want to use. But first of all, I need to get a corner in, because this one's gonna be facing this way. So when positioning these for the first time, I'm just gonna not worry about the grid. But now that it's in place, I can turn the grid back on and move these along and create the other pieces. So this is going to be I'm going to use one of these bigger pieces here. Oh, and apparently I already had it made up with the edge, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and delete some of these. And this one. And place this one. There we go. Okay. So I can go ahead and copy this. Exchange it for one of these pieces. This is just a damaged piece. Just like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag in another one of these. See, this is one of my problems. I'm trying to do things a certain way, but there's so many ways to bring in things into the level. So that's one of the beauties of level building. There we go. So now that we have 4 and 4 pieces, I can go ahead and let's see, maybe I want to delete this one. And bring these in and try to match them along this line. It's probably not going to be perfect, but there we go. So now what I can do is grab these items, make a group, bring them on this side, and there we go. I just need to lift it up a little bit. There. That's good. Okay, so now I'm going to do a sidewalk on this side. Let's see. Go ahead and use my 2x8. And position it right there. And now my grid is essential, since I'm going to duplicate this a bunch of times. And of course, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch up a little bit, switch a couple of these. Just going to move it down 2 more units, and then I'm going to replace this with one of my broken slabs, just like that. And I'm going to need my little edge, and it's too big. I guess this is one of the items I need to make a short edge, but that can be fixed. I can just move this down further, and I can create another one of these that's going to be also a broken piece. And let's see, oh, it could be one of these things that just slants down, but it's pointless to put it on this side. I don't see the usage or the value for it, so I'm just gonna keep it as one of these corner damage pieces. There we go. So now this way I can have I can bring one of my 4-meter edge pieces in here, and there we go. I can just tweak it a little bit, so just like that. Maybe rotate it a little bit. There. Okay. So now I'm going to bring some more of these. That. And that. Okay, so I'm going to move to the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing. These big pieces might not fit in just yet, but let's take a look and see how it goes. Yeah, they don't fit in too well. So what I'm going to have to do is move this out. That's too much. There we go. And I'm going to copy this group and move it to the other side as well, just to have it fit a little better. Okay, now I can go ahead and continue with this. Something that I will replace as I create these will be the driveway entries for that go in between. Like I believe this is where one of them is going to go, and so this will be driveway entrance. There we go. Just gonna have to bring it lower. that. Excellent. Okay, so we have the sidewalks, we have the road, um, and the road I think might not be perfectly straight, but we can easily change that. There we go. That fits better within the boundaries of my sidewalk. We can actually make this one a little wider. Like that. So the road is going to slant down a little bit from here. So I'm just going to start moving some of these. And going to be like that. Just like that. Alright, so what I had here before was a stair. So let's see if I can find it. And there we go. It's this one right here. The materials might be a little messed up on it. I'm gonna replace that. Just something that joins to this and then goes down to a lower level onto the next street. There we go. Alright. Gonna do another one of these. Right here. Bring it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna start dragging in some of the houses. But first thing, I'm kind of bothered by this vegetation just being a little bit too much. I mean, it's probably the way I've placed things. So with only Ishii Street selected, I can go ahead and select everything. And now I can position it better. So I just want them this way, and that works right there. Okay, save, and good. I'm pleased with this. Alright, so some of the houses. Currently I have I believe one type of house that's completed as far as interior walls, exterior walls, and windows. The other ones are pretty much done. It's just actually piecing them together and bringing them in. So and of course I need to do some better naming for these because they're all called facade. So now that I learned that it's best to export the house as one mesh I know better. So these are gonna get cleaned up, and they're gonna be called more along these lines. So there's one of the houses. And I used to have it here. I'm just gonna try and make it so that it's still in the same spot. There we go. So that was one of them. And then I called them flip because if it's a mirrored house, just like this, that's how I named them. It's flipped. Okay, so there we go. That fits in pretty good. I'm gonna grab my road, and this is gonna get edited, of course. But here you go. It's in this place, and again, it's got a sort priority of 0, so it's fits on top of this one pretty good, just like that. And what I want to do, I'm going to do a width that's going to be probably 4. That's too small. Let's do 5. There we go. And of course the tile length is going to be 5, just so that it fits in properly. And I'm going to go ahead and edit it, make it, I don't need it to be this long, so I just need it to go all the way to the back of the house, just like that. Okay. I'm going to smooth this area a little bit here because it was just dipping down a little bit weird. Okay. And what I need to do is just paint this up, so I just don't like this white spots. There we go. I'm still debating on the grass texture, so I'm not sure if this is going to be. I do like it. Still debating whether I'm going to use this or not. Okay. That being said, let's move on and add some more of these houses. Let's see, I can remember this is another type of house that I have, and I'm gonna change some of these materials just because you know, they're a little repetitive. So speaking about that, I try and place them right there. For this one, I'm using the same material object for both inside and outside. You know, inside is going to use different, is going to have different material IDs, and but for this one, let's see, maybe I'll try using this. Kind of don't like it. Let's see if there's anything else that I've I know recently there were some textures added with the newest release, so let's go ahead and take a look at those. Some of the ones that I really like are the wood textures. There's quite a few new wood textures, and that helps a lot. You know, anything that's you know, that's already done for you, then go for it. So of course you don't want to use it, you know, to the end of the earth, but yeah, wherever you need to use some of these things, that's what I do. So I'm trying to find like a planks texture that would work on the side. I can't remember all of them, so So bear with me for just 1 minute at the most. So some of them look like they're not fully PBR ready. I can't really tell. Of course, some of them, I mean, the reason I need planks is because, you know, there's 2 levels, so I'd like to have something that covers them properly. Oh well, maybe I'll look for it later on. In the meantime, I'm just going to use some of my textures. And let's see, I want to go to see if I want to use one of the wood textures. And yeah, I think maybe some kind of plaster might fit in better than wood, since I already have the other 2 ones to have wood siding. Let's see. And nope, sorry. I wanted to go to walls. And there you go, that's where I had the siding. So I've used this already. I'm just gonna process the other 2 later on. So I'm gonna go for plaster, PBR, and let's see, what do we have here? This one looks pretty good, so I'm gonna go for that. Plaster Bear 0067. Let's do normal. There we go. So that's another one of the buildings. And what I can do is I can duplicate this and also use it on this side. And let's see, what else do we have? I'm not sure if I have any other types at the moment that are built. All of these are just the interior of the houses. Yeah. Well, I need to do some cleanup, and once that is done, it should be a lot easier to get at these. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to do was right behind the house is just create the back side of it, I guess, and so again, I'm just going to use this concrete road. Maybe I'll try and do something else on the back side of this, a different texture. But first of all, I want to make this so that it fits the backyard of these 2 houses. There we go. So I'm probably going to use this, and yep, yeah, I'm going to use that. So next I'm gonna fence this in, and I'm gonna use one of the fences that comes with the engine. Um, One of the fences that I like is there's quite a few new ones that have been added, but one of the ones that I like better is they're called kind of weird, some of them. Wood fence, and you have wooden fence. I don't see the idea behind that, but this is something that I like as far as the design of it, and also the geometry. So there we go, that's one. Again, I'm using the grid. And there's two models of this, so I'm just going to switch them up a little bit just to give a little bit of variety. Alright, so now that we have a few of these, I can just go ahead and duplicate them like that, and I'm almost at the end. So let's grab this side and I'm going to move it all the way here, rotate. There we go, and now bring these in. I'm not sure if I might have gone a little bit too far. But maybe one of these smaller ones are gonna fit in. There, that's good. Just gonna continue on to the next courtyard after that, or maybe move these a little more this way, just like that. We'll see. That's all about just the placement of them right now. I had this area built before, and then I had some issues that I had too many errors in the level, so I ended up scrapping it, and since I haven't had a lot of it built out. Okay, so now in here I'm just going to do small little shack. Could be a garage or of sorts, or a storage room. There we go. And some of these are, I don't know why there's this one here too. So a few of the things that I need to add behind the house are going to be just some trash bags, some of these trash combine, I guess is what they call it. I'm going to go with something that's not so big. I think that might be good. Just going to place it right here. Just like that, right up against the wall. There we go. Kind of wondering if it's too big, but the other ones are a little bit too small, and this is way too big. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this. You know, there's 4 apartments. You know, that's kind of the trash that some people would produce, and okay, good. There's a little bit of unwrapping issues on this model, but that's fine. Alright, I'm going to bring in a few trash bags. And some of these garbage decals, they're pretty nice, and they fit in for a corner really nice, pretty good. I like this. You know, just like this. And like so. Just bring it up a little bit more. There. Okay, good, good. And now I just need to, like I said, I wanted to bring in some of the garbage bags. Place them right there. Alright. One of these squished garbage bags. Over there, maybe like a small pile here. This one would be leaning up against the wall, just like that. There. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go what I need to do is get one of these entrance stairs. That's going to be both for the entrance of the building and the back side of it. Alright, I'm just going to place these ones in the front as well. There. Okay. So that is starting to take shape. I will do some more work on this tonight, this afternoon, and I will do another stream tomorrow as well. It will be at the same time. So hopefully I'll have more of this built out, maybe a couple of different houses made up, and I'll see you then. Have a good night.